Hello lads, it's me, Ingram, that was Waffles, and I'm with a guest. That's right, we got a collab for the first time ever. I got Tom over here.
It's me.
And today, we're going to be talking about a certain East Midlands club, Leicester City.
Leicester City. Now, Ingram, you came to me and you said to me a shocking statement, to be quite frank with you. I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect it. It's a rogue shout. You think Leicester City are going to go down?
Yeah, I do.
Why do you think that?
Well, if you look at it right, Leicester City haven't really made any good transfer business. They've sold their star goalkeeper, been there for ages, like 2015, something like that, probably longer. Yeah. But he's won in the league, he's getting old, I suppose, but he's a world-class goalkeeper still for the Prem, at least. He was definitely up there, up until people like Edison and Allison are coming in, but only 900k selling them for to Nice. That's a
shocking business.
Too little money. They could have got a decent goalkeeper, but no, they brought in Alex Smithies, who couldn't even get a game at Championship, Cardiff City.
Yeah, they've lost a couple of other players as well. They're looking, they might lose Samari as well due to lack of game time. Yeah. They might also be losing Fofana if they haven't already. He looks like he's going to be going. You're right. The business has been shocking. Yeah. But why does that mean they're going to go down? What do you mean? Why are they going to go down?
Well, as we see, the lack of star goalkeeper has definitely troubled them in the past games. Obviously, they lost to Southampton. Yeah, definitely ruined them. They did get a draw, but they weren't looking that good in that game.
Do you remember back in the day when they were beating Southampton 9-0?
Yeah, you're right.
Seems like a long time ago now.
And obviously, Schmeichel is not the only thing that led them wrong this season. Obviously, giving Vardy the new transfer deal. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he's
Do you think he's done now then? Do you think he's...
I'm not saying he's done, but he's definitely not the star power he used to be. You know, scoring 11 goals in 11 games. But the guy has definitely been a legend for him. You know, club legends. He's one of the only people that's a Schmeichel that actually stayed for the remaining after they won. But when you get he's getting old. He's had some injuries, mainly that hamstring I think it was back in like last year. Mm-hmm. He was out most of the season. Last 2 years he hasn't been as good as he was. The man that was wanted by like Arsenal. So
do you think it's personnel is mainly the issue for Leicester at the minute? It's their squad. It's gonna be the issue because I would argue. I think you're right. I think Leicester are in trouble this season. Obviously, it wasn't long ago when they were fighting for Champions League spots. They were looking like they ended up bottling it. Yeah. Brendan Rodgers is a serial bottler. But I would say that the reason they're not going to go down is because I don't think the owners will let that club go down. I think Brendan Rodgers will get sacked before they go down. And I don't think that they're necessarily, I don't think they're going to be successful this season. I think they brought it back. I think James Maddison had a lot to do with that. But I think they'll be in trouble this season, but the owners will sack Brendan Rodgers before it gets too bad.
Who are they going to replace him with though?
That's a good question. If they were serious about their football, I think they should get the Brighton manager in.
Well, Graham Potter.
I think that's a bigger job for him. I'm not putting down Brighton, but I think that's a bigger job for him. I think, you know, often the English media like to portray Gerrard and Lampard as the two like star boys and the talents, whereas I think we're seeing that Potter and Eddie Howe really are the two prospects of English managerial appointments. So if Leicester are serious about their football, they should get in Graham Potter. My knowledge on foreign managers isn't too good. Who do you think they'd bring in?
Well, first off, I'll argue that Graham Potter wouldn't go to Leicester purely because it's not as good of a job currently as it would be at Brighton. Because he's doing well at Brighton. So,
but do you not think like Graham Potter? I don't think is going to get a job from Brighton to a Big Six side, which I think he deserves what he's doing at Brighton. Yeah. I mean, his tactics against Manchester United were, a tactical nerd's wet dream, to be quite frank with you, right? So he's not going to go from Brighton to a Big Six side. They're just not going to allow it. So therefore, I think the only way is to make that mini step in between, get that Leicester job, maybe get Leicester into like Europa League or something, and then he gets that bigger job. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. But Leicester have been very well with foreign managers, I'd say, because obviously the winner of the Premier League was Ranieri, he's Italian. Mm-hmm. They had Claude Puel come in, he was French. He did well with Monaco. Mm-hmm. Then Brendan Rodgers came in and he kind of went a bit down there. Obviously, they had that Europa League journey a couple of years ago. But I'd argue maybe they could bring in an Italian manager again, help them get back to that quality. Obviously, they don't really get the best of the best like you want to see Ancelotti leaving Real Madrid to come. After all, he said he's going to retire after Real Madrid. But
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know, go someone like Genoa's manager. I forgot his name, but there's a lot of Serie A Italian managers that could be very good for them.
Yeah, I mean, we can't understate what Leicester have done. You know, it was only last season I think they got into the semi-finals of the Europa Conference League.
Yeah, I don't think it was semi-finals. I think it was a bit less.
But it was quarterfinals at least.
Yeah,
it was at least. So we can't underestimate that they brought it back. They ended up finishing 8th, I think it was last season.
Mm-hmm.
They have been a successful side, but I do think they're on the down. They're in a down cycle, and I do not think that Brendan Rodgers is going to be the man to bring them back to the top. I don't think they'll be getting anywhere near Europe anytime soon. But it's not just Leicester that are having problems this season. We've also got West Ham. West Ham haven't won a game at all. They've been beaten by Nottingham Forest, Manchester City, of course, and who have they just been beaten by?
West Ham, I can't remember actually, funny enough. Was it Brighton? No, it wasn't Brighton.
Yeah, it was. It was
yeah.
Brighton. They got beaten by Brighton. West Ham are also in trouble. So I think it'll be interesting to see in comparison. Because I rate David Moyes more than I rate Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, I love David Moyes, as you saw from a video I did before about him.
Yeah, you thought he was going to be Manchester United manager before Ten Hag came in.
I still don't think Ten Hag's right, you know.
No. Well, that's for another video.
Yeah.
So anyway, final thoughts. You think that Leicester is going to go down?
18th. No, I wouldn't say they're going down like 20th or 19th. They're definitely just get relegated.
Yeah. And do they get relegated under Brendan Rodgers' regime?
I'd say they do bring under a new Italian manager and he'll work his way back up in the Championship, and then they'll get all their young players coming in like Dewsbury or who else, Child when he comes back, and if they're going to sell them obviously, but
yeah,
I reckon they go down to Championship. They'll smash the league and then come back up with a new team and a better, younger squad that will help them win.
I think the club is going to let that team go down. I think they'll be brave to keep Brendan Rodgers, but I think he has enough breathing room to stay this season. I think they're on the downward cycle. I think they'll finish bottom half of the table. I think they'll finish 12th this season, somewhere around there. Maybe like 12th to 10th, somewhere in that thing, on the downward cycle. And I think in the next 2 seasons, we will see a new manager at Leicester.
Right, yeah. Is that everything you want to say?
That's everything. That's all my bit.
Yeah, right, same here. So this has been Ingram and Tom. With Ingram Waffles. And obviously, go check out his channel.
I was about to say, can you subscribe to me, please?
Go check out.
You're big time now. I want some of your subscribers and your views.
What's it called?
It's Extra Time on YouTube. He should have put the link in the description if he's not a little cheeky boy. So just click down there.
Yeah. So it's been Ingram Waffles. So I'll see you next video. Bye.
He's holding me hostage.